I think that one of the things that we probably now looking back wish we would have known more is, I'm just going to say that I think it's like our cultural differences. We come from two different families, two different backgrounds. I have a little bit of Italian, but I'm very like American cultured white, and David comes from, like, his parents were born in Mexico, and so so even with his mom not speaking English, like just little things that I think that I wish we would have known would have played into like the way that we communicate, the way that we even parent now. And so I think, like looking back, I think I wish we would have talked a little bit more about that in the beginning. But now I think we look at it as like, I'm blessed, like to have so much of culture in my marriage and in our life with our kids instead of just what I know, you know. And so I think it's been a blessing instead of where it could have been a misunderstanding, you know.
How do I balance my life as a family pastor and in full-time ministry with being a father and a husband? I think for me it's setting priorities in place. So easily ministry or a job can really demand a lot from us, but I believe that you have to make sure that your family comes first. You have to make sure that time at home is more important than what happens at work or at church. You know, and I've always known this phrase that says whatever happens at home is more important than what happens at church. So for me, it's I have to make those priorities so that my girls grow up knowing who I am, my wife knows who I am, and that we're, you know, protecting those boundaries as a family. For us, I believe getting away, or a marriage conference, you know, getting away from the everyday allows us to spend time communicating, spend time together, spend time just growing in knowledge of who we are and who has God made us. So I believe just the intentional time of getting away or setting a date or setting a time to go do that has benefited us dramatically, because we have two little ones. We have a 5-year-old and a 15-month-old, so getting away isn't a luxury for us.
And we don't have family that's in the area. Both of our families are like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So I think for us, like, I stay home with the girls all the time, full time. And then whenever I do any bit of work, he's home with them. So we really juggle being there for them and being intentional with them. So even it's very rare that we get to do date nights and get away. So to have a full time where it's just us, like for a night or 2 nights, to really get to like date each other for 48 hours is pretty exciting, you know, just to have time that we just get to connect and remember like that we need to prioritize each other, and then we're better for our kids, I think, for that when we go home.
Don't rush it. Spend time getting to know God. Spend time getting to be who God has called you to be, and God will send the right person at the right time. And here is the right person at the right time for me.
And I think both of us were at a point too where we said, like, we were happy saying, okay, if this is what you want, Lord, for me to be by myself, I'll be by myself and be content with you. And that's when the Lord brought us together. And so that was exciting, you know.
So his timing is always perfect.